right, Mario. Canadiens Maple Leafs. Let's talk about it. This game happened on Saturday. They play again tonight in Montreal at 7 p.m. So make sure you check that out. But on Saturday, Mario, let's get to it. The Maple Leafs won 5-1. The series is now tied 1-1. This was a very dominant game by the Toronto Maple Leafs. It's what we expected out of them for the last few years, and they ran into a team called the Boston Bruins. Let's get to it, okay? Let's get to the stats real quick. I'll start with Austin Matthews. Mario, he did a really good job. He had a goal, 2 assists, and 4 shots on goals. We do expect that of Austin Matthews. He's one of the best players in the league. William Nylander also will have himself a goal and an assist and 4 shots on goals. Alexander Kerfoot, interesting name. He had himself a goal and 3 shots on goals. And Rasmus Sandin and Jason Spezza, they also had themselves a goal. So overall, Mario, this team did a really good job. Mitch Marner also had himself 2 assists, so good job to him as well. Overall, Mario, this Toronto Maple Leafs team did a really good job. Jack Campbell did a good job as well at the goaltending position. He had 22 saves, had 23 shots made, which is a percentage of 95 or .957. So overall, Mario, this team did a really, really good job. And the only goal from the Canadiens came from Jesperi Kotkaniemi. How do you say that name, Mario?
Hang on, I'm going to help you here. So the guy's name is I'm finding it right now. From where? The Canadiens?
Yeah, he's number 15.
Kotkin. I don't know how to say it either.
Whatever. It's whatever.
Kotkaniemi. I don't know.
Something like that. That was the only goal that came from the Canadiens, though. And let me go to Carey Price real quick. He had 29 saves, had 33 shots made, which is a percentage of 87 or .879. So basically 88%. Now let me go to the box stats, Mario. I'll start with the Canadiens. They had 23 shots on goal, like I mentioned, and the Maple Leafs had 34. Face-off percentage, the Maple Leafs had 66.1%, so they did a really good job there. The Canadiens only had 33.9. Power play, Canadiens had 1, but they didn't make that 1 power play. Maple Leafs had 2 out of 6 power plays, so that could be a little bit better. Penalty minutes, Mario. Maple Leafs had 14, and the Canadiens had 24. And the hits, the Canadiens had 44, and the Maple Leafs had 36. As for blocks, Maple Leafs had 19. Canadiens had 16 giveaways. Canadiens had 12. Canadiens had 15. Excuse me. The Maple Leafs had 12. And takeaways, Maple Leafs also had 12, and the Canadiens had 4. So I look at this, Mario, and the Maple Leafs were absolutely aggressive. They did an absolutely amazing job. Jack Campbell did an amazing job at the goaltending position. I look at it, Mario, and the only thing I'm a little concerned about is the power play. They only made 2 out of the 6 that they had. So that could be a little bit better. But other than that, Mario, I look at it and they did a really good job. Obviously they had 14 penalty minutes, but that isn't all that bad. I'm not really all that concerned about it. As long as it's not 50 like the Florida Panthers, then I'm not really all that concerned about it. But other than that, Mario, the Toronto Maple Leafs are a really good team. They capitalized from game 1. They lost that 2-1. And they basically did everything the Canadiens did to them. That's just what they had to do. And I look at the Canadiens, and they just weren't that good, Mario. They had 1 power play, they didn't make it, so they gotta do better with that next game. They had 24 minutes in the penalty box. That's they gotta lower that number a little bit. I look at hits; they were very aggressive. They were doing a good job of being aggressive when it came to the hits. The blocks, they were decent. Giveaways, they give the puck away 15 times. You cannot do that. And that's something that I forgot to mention about the Maple Leafs. They gave away the puck 12 times. You can't be doing that. I know you won this game 5-1, but still, you can't keep doing that. Going back to Canadiens, you gave the puck away 15 times. You didn't have that many takeaways, so you got to do better with that. Overall, Mario, I look at it. This team needs to do better overall. Defensively, it wasn't that good. Offensively, wasn't that good. So when I look at it, Mario, the Canadiens, they're going back to Montreal tonight at 7. All right. They need to answer the call. That's what they got to do. That's just what needs to happen. You know what I mean? You can't. I know you won 2-1, but you can't be losing 5-1 like this. You know what I mean? They need to do better. They need to do better power plays. They need to be more aggressive when it comes to their shots. Not too aggressive. I don't want you shooting 60 shots a time and then losing the game. Face off. They need to do better. I think the only penalty minutes. They need to do better with that. I think the only thing I'm not concerned about, Mario, was the hits. They had 44 of them, so they're very aggressive. But at the end of the day, like we talked about before, it matters more about what you do with that puck. But overall, Mario, and the blocks were relatively decent too. So when I look at it, Mario, they just need to do better overall. That's just what needs to happen. So with that being said, best of luck to both teams tonight. I don't really care much for this series, so as a fan, I'm not gonna wish them too much luck because as a Bruins fan, them damn Canadians and the damn Maple Leafs. But look, as an analyst, best of luck to them. We'll see what happens tonight, Mario.
Yeah, look, Nate. I'm looking at this, and the biggest concern for me with the Canadiens is offense. And the reason why is because even last game when they won, offense wasn't at its best. They only scored 2 games the first game, and then the second game they only scored one. So combine that story. In this game alone, Toronto Maple Leafs have outscored them more in the both games combined. But yeah, Toronto did an amazing job. And I am very concerned if I'm a Canadiens fan or if I'm Canadians in general, because they were able to do this to you without John Tavares. Remember, John Tavares is hurt. He ain't playing. And that's a star player for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And the fact that he's not playing and they still beat you 5-1, it's very concerning, Nate. But here's what I will say, okay? I look at this and I look at the goals and everything like that. And Kotkaniemi, I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it. He was the only one that scored the goal. But if I'm a Canadiens fan or if I'm the Canadiens, I'm looking at your stars and getting them involved, getting guys like Eric Stahl involved, getting guys like Josh Anderson involved. Get those guys involved because those are the guys that have helped you this season to get to where you are. And obviously the other guys have helped too, no doubt about it. Everybody needs to get involved, but those two stars in general need to get involved to bring some energy to that team, and that's something they didn't do. Carey Price, again, first game he did great. This game, not too much. 22, he saved 29 out of 33. That is a percentage of 0.879, so basically 88%. Could have done better compared to the Maple Leafs goalie, who saved 22 out of 23, which is a percentage of 0.957. Basically almost 96%. Congratulations to him. So when you're able to look at it, Nate, the Toronto Maple Leafs found out what they did wrong in the first game, and they were able to capitalize in the second game. Simple as that. The Canadiens, however, in my opinion, the way I'm looking at it, didn't see what they did wrong in the first game. They just saw a win, but it didn't look like they seen what they did wrong in the first game. And they didn't do it, and they didn't fix it in the second game. So if I'm the Canadiens, find out what you've been doing wrong these past 2 games and fix it for game 3. Okay, it's still anybody's game. It's still anybody's series day. It's only tied 1-1. Okay, but the Toronto Maple Leafs win was more dominant than the Canadiens win. Simple as that. That's easy math right there. So when I'm looking at this, I'm looking at the Canadiens capitalizing on what they did wrong for game 3. If I'm the Maple Leafs, continue what you did with game 2. Okay, get those stars. Keep those stars away from getting involved. Okay, and by stars I mean Eric Stahl and Josh Anderson. Canadiens, look to lock down Austin Matthews, okay? Because that is the last one left, basically, for me. That's the last one left that could have a huge factor on this game. Okay, obviously Nick Foligno, he's been a veteran as well, but again, if I am the Canadiens, I am doing whatever I can to make sure that Austin Matthews does not get involved. And again, one more thing, just capitalize again. Like they didn't have a lot of power plays, just like the Penguins didn't, but capitalize on them when you do. Because you never know when you're going to get them back again. It's not guaranteed that you're going to have like 5 power play chances in a game. It's not. So capitalize on them when you can. This is what we talk about. Capitalize on the power plays. So with that being said, best of luck to the Canadiens and best of luck to the Maple Leafs. Help me out here, Nate. Next game is going to be when? I mean, not
Tonight,
when, but where?
Tonight, 7 p.m. in Montreal.
Okay, so there you go, Canadians. There's your chance right there. The next game will be in your ice. Capitalize on that. Capitalize on all the errors that you learn from those errors that you made from games 1 and 2. Capitalize on it for game 3. As for the Toronto Maple Leafs, I'm sorry. As for the Toronto Maple Leafs, do what you did game 2. put all of that into game 3. Simple as that. So with that being said, I wish the Maple Leafs and the Canadiens the best of luck, and we'll see what happens.